Today we're going to talk a lot about that dreadful bottom arm. So when you pull vault and you plant, you have your top arm right, and you're trying to get as tall as you can, and then your bottom arm is the the lower part of the plant, right? So whether you're left-handed or right-handed, so it's the lower arm. And a lot of coaches, I see it at the high school meets I'm at, I see it all over the place. They'll teach you to try to what we call block out or lock out that bottom arm. And we're going through a few different videos today. We're gonna take a look and see what options there are other than blocking that arm out, and maybe see it might not be the best for you. Yeah, let me see if I can challenge you with that today. So first, I have a vaulter from my club, Sky Chasers, Lincoln. He runs tall. He does a lot of things right. We've been learning a ton. The video isn't the greatest. The next one gets better, but so on this part right here, you'll see that overall he's not too bad. He swings through. He's tall. He had deep hips. All that stuff. Right here is where I'm noticing that this left arm is starting to get really strong. And by strong, I mean he's pushing it out, right? And this is the point where that needs to be kind of beginning to release. That way we can move these hips all the way up over top of our shoulders. We can lay our shoulders down underneath them and get to full invert. So what I'm talking about is if you kind of peer through this little triangle, you see how this left arm is pushing really far, like the elbow is literally right there. And we should be seeing this arm sort of moving in a bent action out that way so that we can start to get upside down. All right. Let's see if we ever get to that point. So here you see how the shoulders are not rolling underneath the hips here. Well, that is due to this left tricep being flexed out, meaning he's locking that arm out really bad. All right. And because of that, we never get fully inverted. We can never quite get turned over to a pike. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Nice, strong left arm there. It never released. It never bent. This hand should be close to the chin. It never got to that point. So we never got to full invert. We never were able to pike and turn the way that we want to. And so we ended up with a jump that looks kind of like this. Now, we've worked on this. He knows what to do. I want to show you another jump where we do that. So as we see him come through here, again, plants well. There's things we can go over with this. Not this video, but if you want, leave a comment down below. We'll talk about that other stuff. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to notice this left side. Does it look like he's blocking this left side out here in a straight line, locking it out? No, not this time. All right, so this time we are allowing this elbow to bend. We're allowing that arm to maneuver. So we're going to do what's called a switch. So we've planted up above our head, right arm, left arm, and then our hands need to switch. This hand comes down and this one comes up right by the chin. And see this elbow? That's what we're going for. So it's right here, right by the chin. We start to turn and go around the pole. As we move that elbow, yep, that's good. We could get a little bit tighter to the pole. Overall, it's not bad. This is way better. Way, way better than the previous jump, right? And so because of that, releasing that elbow and not keeping it strong, we're able to get to a full pike. I mean, we got a 15.6 bungee up here on a 14.9 pole. This is a really good jump out of Lincoln. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do this year. But yeah, so that it makes a lot of sense when you see it. That's why I kind of wanted to get this out there. With that being said, let's take a look at some of the pros. The best of the best. All right. This isn't his best jump, but it's a slow motion jump I was able to steal off the internet. So as we come in, a lot of people look at this straight arm and they think that this is like a strong. So there's a difference between a straight arm and a strong arm. Okay. So strong arm to me is you are trying to apply forward horizontal pressure, right? A strong arm would be trying to push pressure in that direction as hard as you can. And I'm here to say, I want to challenge you on this. Let's see what it's like to not do that. All right, let's not do that. Okay. So this straight arm, he's setting the pole down. The left hand guides the pole into the box and it guides your jump. It's not where all the strength comes from. Your strength is going to come off of your right shoulder getting forward at takeoff. All right. So let's take a look at this a few frames at a time. So we guide the pole into the box. The biggest thing for him is that he's going to get stretched through this armpit, okay? This is where the focus of the pressure needs to be. We don't want pressure focused in this direction. Okay. If you're going to apply any pressure at all, as long as this is going up as hard as you can also put some upwards pressure off of this hand. But we don't want any horizontal pressure off this hand because it's going to cause the pole to do things that we don't, that's just not going to help us out. I've seen athletes come up shallow because of it. I've seen poles overbend because of it. I've seen kids get stuck in a basket a lot of the times because of that. Sometimes it keeps you from swinging through properly. There's just a lot of things that we can avoid if we're not having horizontal forward pressure with this bottom arm. All right. So here you can see that he is getting up as tall as he possibly can. He's trying to have his right armpit move forward as much as he can. That's where we want to absorb all of that pressure in order to get stretch and in order to get swing. Okay. So as we come through, you see that left arm doesn't look locked to me. If anything, he has some upwards pressure on it, but it's also in conjunction with keeping this as tall as he possibly can as well. Okay. So we want to keep the right and the left going up towards our crossbar. Okay. So yeah, as we can see, this hand is moving up. This hand could be pressing up a little bit, but it's not a ton. And you'll see that when he's on these really long pulls like this, he actually gets a point where it's bent so much, it's super long pull, right? That he is, if you looked at this palm, he's hanging from the pole here. He's not pushing, he's hanging. And that's why he got this straight arm here. This isn't a straight arm because he's locking it out. And what I mean by that is if I back it up, see, so the pull's against the palm right here, if you look really, really closely, right? And then as soon as his body starts to come through, his palm is getting away from the pole, meaning he's now hanging from the pole. He's not pushing up on the pole. All right. So that's why this arm is straight. It's so long that he's able to hang from that arm, which is great. I mean, you want that. So he swings through. We can watch the rest of the jump. It's just really pretty. It's fun to watch people do this event very, very, very well. Nice. That's great. All right, let's take a look at maybe some females. Okay. So again, you see the straight arm here as we're approaching the box. We have not hit the back of the box yet. It's going to be straight because she's guiding the pole to the box. She's planting on the front half of her body, moving straight up as aggressively as she can. That's going to help our plant timing. It's just, so that's what she's doing there. As soon as we hit, the focus is going to be, can we move the armpit forward, pressing the hands high? Okay, we want high hands. We want to be as tall as we possibly can to create the best possible angle that we can, right? We want this angle to be as tall as possible. Okay? Again, you see this hand? Does it look like it's pressing? Nope, it is not pressing. She's guiding. If anything, she's pressing this hand high and she's getting tons of stretch here, keeping the right shoulder engaged, all right, which is allowing the armpit to get stretched. Creates the elastic swing, very physics-based swing, which is what we want. All right. We come through. Definitely not pressing, right? The reason, so she's hanging. The reason why her arm's not straight is because the pole isn't as long as Mondo's, right? So a little bit shorter pull. The angle is a little bit different, so it's not a complete full straight arm swing or hang from that spot. So we have a little bit of bent elbow, and this is fine because we're starting to swing up. We're going to make connection. We're going to get to a good invert. Make connection. This is great. And then I'll talk about inverting in another video, but she does a really, 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 really great job. Shoo, there we go. All right. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you understand what I mean by let's not focus on the pressure on the bottom arm. Focus on pressure going up. I hope that you find this helpful. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes for you. If you like this kind of stuff, if you think I should keep doing it, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit a like. And then leave a comment down below of what about the jump do you want to see broken down. Also, if you want your video to be looked at, I can take a look at your videos too. I have a Discord, and I'll be linked in the video down below as well. Join the Discord. We can chit chat. You can send me your videos. We can take a look at what you've got going on and see if we can help you get better as well. My passion is to make as many athletes improve as I possibly can, and yeah, let me help you too. Thanks so much, and we'll see you later.